are. Wow, fantastic.
Excellent.
The stage is yours.
Thank you, sir. The stage is ours.
The stage is ours. Okay.
Good evening, FutureNet world. How are you? We've just come off a very exciting Futuro plan training, and now we're going to give our international audience a talk about an update from Macau, what I felt about Macau, and of course we're going to talk about the Futuro coin and what's available for us. So let's see what give us a time check there. Give me 1 second. Let's see how we're doing. All right, so we're a little behind, so let's get started. Some people are in the other webinar room logging out and logging in here now, so let's get moving with this presentation. We're going to have it recorded anyway, so if we get a nice clean edit, we will be able to use this on a 24/7 basis. So there we go. So let me just give a cue for our audio and visual man to get started from now. Piotr, from here now. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to our global webinar. We're here to give you an update on Macau and to talk a lot more about the launch of our Futuro coin. Very exciting times ahead, ladies and gentlemen, and it was my pleasure to join many of you in person in Macau. Many of you were not able to make it from our international audience. We had predominantly an Asian audience, but we had people from all over the world. What an event, ladies and gentlemen. Such an incredible, spectacular performance from everybody on the team, from all departments, from the sound, the audio visual, from the company representatives, from our staff, from the registration, from the hotel staff. The whole event was spectacular. And my message for all of you was, if you missed that event, guys, you missed a memory for life. Yes, you missed a memory for life. That event has changed so many people's attitude. It's changed so many people's work rate since they've come back. It's given them a better understanding of our compensation plan, a better understanding of how our major leaders are making a success of FutureNet. These events are the secret to your success. This is where you meet the millionaires. This is where you meet the owners. This is where you learn the basics and how to put systems into your organization to build a massive business. Please, please, please attend our events. This is where we bring the online world together with the offline world, where we meet family, where we meet friends, where we build a strong culture and a strong FutureNet community. So please do join us at all of our events. Very, very important times. Now, as you can see in this picture, it was incredible. The day before the event, it took from 10 in the morning right through to 6 in the evening, full-on registration to get 5,000 people registered with their armbands, their passes, and all their bits and pieces, their headsets. They registered for the whole day Friday in this exceptional area that had been set aside for us at this wonderful event in the Studio City in Macau. You can see on the walls here some of the amazing graphics that were produced. The hotel was just FutureNet all over it. It was like a FutureNet hotel, not the Studio City Hotel. A great, great experience, and I'm sure if you were at this event, you will know what I'm talking about. When you're looking at this audience, ladies and gentlemen, there's happy faces, there's guys with sunglasses, there's cameras. I mean, guys, this was incredible. This was better than a football match, better than a boxing match. Ladies and gentlemen, this was a room full of millionaires and potential millionaires. That's what we had here. An audience of millionaires and potential millionaires. Those people, because the theme was, how do you live the lifestyle of a millionaire, or how do you become a millionaire? Well, we can show you how to do both. That's what FutureNet does. It's a home for the world. It's a home for everybody in direct sales. It's a home for everybody who wants to make money the easiest way from home. There is no other way. There is not an easier program in the world that is doing what FutureNet is doing. People possibly can make money every 15 minutes, and now we've changed the game. We're bringing it from 15 minutes down to every single minute. You get paid every minute you sleep, every minute you work, every minute you play, every minute you travel for 2 years with our mining contracts, and we're going to talk about that in a second. These guys here were at the event, they felt the experience, they made new friends, and these will be friends for lives. These people will be traveling on the best ships in the world, they'll be traveling on the best airlines, these guys will be meeting at conferences all over the world. This is where dreams were made. They call it the city of dreams, ladies and gentlemen. You've got to be there, and you've got to be at the next one if you miss this one. A great event. It opened up with the typical Asian culture, where we had the Dragon Show, which was absolutely fabulous. We had many shows integrated into our company production. This show was phenomenal. We had the best sound men in Asia. We had the best video men. In fact, these guys were used for the Sydney Olympics for the sound and visuals. I mean, it was a spectacular. The screen was 27 meters long. 27 meters, guys. It was incredible. The graphics, the artistry, the whole event was a spectacular. And I'm telling you, to build a business online, it does take a little bit of offline work too. The reality comes when you meet us offline, when you meet the owners, when you meet the leaders, when you get those golden nuggets to help you become successful. This is why we also open our cafes and our restaurants. We want the offline world and the online world to come together, where you meet friends socially on our social media, you make friends, you make money, you drink coffee, you come to our events, and we have a lot more up our sleeve, ladies and gentlemen. There's a lot more to come from FutureNet. It started today with our founders, and they actually launched our blockchain. They opened the whole event, and ladies and gentlemen, it was spectacular. In fact, then I came on and I spoke about the old mining system and brought us to the new mining system. The old mining system for many of us was mining for coal. In the old industrial age, we mined for coal. Coal provided the power. Coal provided for the heat. And then mining moved into mining diamonds. And that's what we're going to do here too, guys. We're going to mine diamonds. And that's what we want you to do. We want you to become a diamond in our compensation plan. And of course, you can mine for gold. You can mine for precious metals. But the new age of mining is done electronically or done digitally. It's done through the internet, it's done through the cloud, it's done through your computer, and guys, we've made it much easier. You don't need to get up at 8 o'clock in the morning or 7 o'clock in the morning. You don't get dirty hands, you have no shovel to lift. It's very, very simple. Buy a package and you get money every minute for 2 years. That's it. You don't need to understand cryptocurrency. You don't need to understand technology. It's that simple. FutureNet have made it easy for you. Of course, our packages would include the electricity consumption, because it takes a lot of electricity to both power the machines, to power the mining rigs. It also takes a lot of electricity to cool these machines, because the technology is so special, it's so specialist these days, it takes a lot of electricity. We remove the overhead for you. Buy a package, the cloud mining service does it for you, and you'll learn more about this as you start to order your package and see how easy it is. Now, of course, there were many, many other parts to the big day. We actually showed the first 2 hours of the event, and then we took it offline and reserved the spectacular moments for our live audience. Many of you were able to look in through our live video stream, but we only showed that for 2 hours. Then we went offline and let the guys benefit. Those guys that paid the money, those guys that took those flights, those guys that left their families to go to this great event, they were the ones that got the benefit from the second half. In the second half, there was so many features. We spoke to many of the leaders. We had the leaders on stage. We give away many of the prizes. Now, you'll be familiar with, we have prizes such as smartphones, we do laptops, we do travel incentives, and of course, we give away BMWs, and we give away Porsche. Well, ladies and gentlemen, had you been there at our show, you would have seen yourself, the leaders, the millionaires come on stage, and here they are. You can see on the slide here. These guys here, 14 of them, 16 of them got a brand new car. 16 brand new cars. No rent, no giving back the car, no leasing. There's the keys, it's your car. Ladies and gentlemen, this is exceptional. I've seen other companies offer car programs where you have the car for a year or so many months, or you had to pay a contribution. Ladies and gentlemen, check out our comp plan. There's nothing like it. These guys on stage, apart from our presenters and the owners, they got a car. But not only did they get a car, I can tell you how generous these owners are. They put their hand in their pocket and they give these guys an additional benefit. They recognize the hard work. They recognize that these guys are the pioneers that are building the structure, that are building our company. These guys got a special reward of a brand new Rolex watch as an additional bonus, not even in our comp plan, guys, and that was special. That rang out 1,000 messages to the audience. So I want to tell you this. You build this deal. You give it your power, you give it your passion, you give it your time, and you will get the rewards. It is phenomenal, guys. I'm so excited. Also, we learned that the company is now growing into a massive, massive organization. We do believe that in the next 12 months, it's not beyond belief that this could be the next billion-dollar company. Yes, I said billion-dollar company. But with that comes a lot of responsibility. With that, these guys, these owners, these visionary founders have started to see that, it's time also to give back. And we picked a special charity in Macau. Because we were using their island, because we were using their country, we picked a children's charity in Macau, and we built this special tower of coins. So all of our attendees that came to the conference, we asked them to contribute, we asked them to help out. If there's any spare change from any country, we built a tower of coins. Now this is a very, very simple analogy. We were kind of saying, guys, you don't need this fiat currency. You don't need these old pounds, these old dollars, these old euro, these old slotty coins. You don't need them anymore because we're going digital. So let's give that coin to charity. But not only did we give all the coins that all the people gave to this charity, the company made a special $10,000 contribution to the charity. It was absolutely fantastic. You can see the look of the kids' faces here, and that's important. And you're going to see a lot change in 2018. You're going to see this company becoming more responsible to the environment, more responsible to charity, more, and there's going to be a lot more branding done as well. You're going to see a lot more sporting clubs being invited and introduced and supported because that's part of the bigger picture. We can help you, but we can also help the less fortunate as well. That was the message. So really, really enjoyable event. You always know now that we're sponsoring boxers, we're sponsoring boat racing, we're sponsoring football teams. And you can see earlier in the year, the owners met FC Barcelona in Wrocław. They met them here in the Market Square. Absolutely fantastic, the branding that's going on. And this branding is done to make the business easier for you. When people can see our brand name on certain sporting organizations, on special charities, it's more easy for you. When we have a coffee shop in your city, it's more easy for you to build this business because the awareness is there, the branding is there. So big, big things happening in 2018, but let's now move back to Futuro. Let's talk about the Futuro coin and give you some more insight to how that all works and how our technology works behind Futuro. So the first thing that happened was, of course, we don't have a coin unless we have an exchange. There are too many companies out there that are pretending to have coins or talking about having coins next year or another 18 months or mañana. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a real company and we have a real blockchain and a real coin. And to authenticate that, we need the exchange platforms to accept our coin. Without that acceptance, there's no point having a coin. If you can't spend it, if you can't use it, who needs it? Who wants it? Ladies and gentlemen, on stage, in front of 5,000 people physically, and maybe 20,000 people online, we witnessed one of the biggest cryptocurrency exchanges on the planet. Certainly one of the top 20, if not the top 10 exchange currencies on the planet. Certainly in Europe, maybe one of the biggest, where the owner got on stage and said, we have audited FutureNet's blockchain. We have looked at their white papers. We have examined their code. And we accept this full on as a bona fide legitimate cryptocurrency. Guys, that was fantastic. 5,000 people got excited because we've been accepted. Now, since that, let me tell you what else has happened. We now have another big exchange, probably in the top 4 in the world, none other than Bittrex. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, we're currently negotiating. They have our white papers. They're looking at our code. It's all indications are telling us that number 4, Bittrex, will also accept us. Now, what's going to happen here, ladies and gentlemen, is we're going to be on many exchanges, because as soon as the word gets out, as soon as people understand that a community of 2 million people are interested in this coin, then everybody wants a piece of the action. We're going to get more exchanges coming to us and saying, hey, can we offer your coin on our exchange? Can we have a look at your code? Can we have a look at your white paper? Let's do business, because these guys make money on volume of transactions, on transaction fees. They want part of the business. So that's great news, guys. We're almost ready to run with 2 or 3 exchanges from day 1. Fantastic news. In fact, I believe Stefan had phone calls with Bittrex Direct as recent as yesterday. And that's all in progression. Now, please remember, it does take a little bit of time. There's no point saying it doesn't, because it's a bit like we need to build the car before we can add the fuel. Okay, so we built the car, we built the blockchain, we're ready to go. FutureNet's ready to go, ready to roll out in Macau. But the exchanges need the car before they can add their fuel. They need our blockchain to make their computer systems see our system. They need to look at our wallets, they need to integrate, I think it's called API technology. They integrate the systems, and when the exchange is ready, we offer you the ability to get your packages and to start the mining. We said from day 1, we said when we go live, you will have it on the exchange, you'll be able to spend it or exchange it. That's what we're going to do. We're not going to do what these other companies say, buy a package and start mining a fictitious coin. No, you're getting a real coin that you can spend or you can exchange. This is digital money. This is Bitcoin 2.0. This is the next big one, guys, and you better not miss the wave. And let me tell you, there's a lot of technologies, there's a lot of technicals goes behind a cryptocurrency. And in fact, one of the confusing things for people is the wallets and how it all works. We're going to make it that simple. We're going to have an exterior wallet. We're going to have an interior wallet. The coins will come to your interior wallet, and from your interior wallet, you will get these coins every single minute. Buy a package, get the coin. When you have the coin in your account, you then can say what you want to do with it. Do you want to keep it and hold it for a better price? Do you want to spend it on the exchange? Do you want to spend it in a merchant shop? I'm going to talk about that in just a moment, because we have some exciting news. We have some great stuff we're working on where you will be able to use this material to buy coffees, to buy, in fact, anything you want in the world. It's very, very exciting. We're all going to do it through an application on your phone, on your Android or your smartphone, where a digital wallet, you can move the money between members, and there's some great benefits with Futuro. You see, you have to say, what is the difference between this coin and another coin? Let me tell you some of the unique features. One of the best features is we will not change the transaction fee based on the size of the transaction. In other words, if you were to send me $1 or $10 or $100 or $1,000 or $1 million, doesn't matter, there is a fixed fee regardless of the size of the transaction. Now, this is exceptional in the world of cryptocurrency. Next thing, we have the security of 8 master nodes run from different locations all over the world. This keeps the technology running at all times. If one node is down, it just doesn't affect the system. We have special places in 8 different parts of the world, in Asia, in Europe, even in the United States, where we can run these master nodes to keep the networks true, to keep the integrity of the network, and to keep it strong and secure. Security is the key, and we will have the best security in this industry. Let me tell you point number 3. Imagine we can do a transaction in 4 seconds or less. Think about that. 4 seconds or less. Isn't that incredible? My understanding from Bitcoin, it may take up to 10 minutes to even 1 hour before a transaction has been verified. And this is a little bit difficult for a coffee shop that you might have to wait 10 minutes or an hour for your coffee. Guys, 4-second transactions means we can make this coin the currency that people use, the digital currency that's accepted in the most accepted points. This is special. You'll learn more about this as we roll it out, but it's absolutely fantastic. Now, we're going to do some training. Tonight, just before this webinar, we did a quick overview. You probably get a recording of that if you didn't see it live, but we're going to do a more detailed one next week. We're going to do some flip chart presentations. We're going to do some tutorials on how to mine a coin, how to open your wallet, how to transfer a coin, how to use the exchange. All of this is coming. Ladies and gentlemen, the old expression is, Rome wasn't built in a day. I can tell you FutureNet have been working on this project for more than 12 months. There's other companies work on these projects for 1 month and go live. Guys, that's not business. You cannot start it in 1 month. We have done it better. We believe we're going to do it better than the rest. We take fantastic ideas, make them simpler, and do them better. That's all we do. We take social media, we make it simpler, we make you money on social media, we make it easy to do. It's very simple. We improve existing systems, and we believe with our new technology, with our blockchain, this is going to be exceptional for ordinary people to change their lives. Of course, you already know there are 7 packages available. You'll learn that from some of our earlier presentations. You can get started from as little as $100. Ladies and gentlemen, we have left the door open for everyone. You know, to get a Bitcoin today is going to cost you $10,000 plus 1 Bitcoin. Guys, we can get you into the market here for very little money to mine your own cryptocurrency, and that you can exchange this to Bitcoin at your will. Packages from 100 right up to 25,000. I also want to say on this presentation, we have business people already looking at multiple packages at the higher rate. Guys, it's exceptional. The more packages, the more pressure on the cloud, the more pressure on the mining, we can drive that price up. We as a community dictate the price of the coin. It's to do with supply and demand. Let me tell you this. How much supply do you think is available of Futuro in day 1? How much supply is available? How much supply is available now? Very, very little. How much demand is there for Futuro? The demand is high. So when the demand is high and the coin is not available, the price can only go one way. And here, as I'm not a financial advisor, I don't have a crystal ball, but I want you to work with me on this, guys. Please hold your coin as long as you can. When we keep the supply tight, what happens to the price? It's got to go one way. So very, very exciting times. We're going to create a lot of wealth with these packages. Please start saving now. Please start reserving some of your income from any of the other opportunities with our company. Start putting away some money, ready to buy the package when we go online with it. And that's going to be very, very soon. As I said, the marketing plan training, you're going to learn that from our tutorials and from our videos. We've been recording some this last 2 or 3 days. We're doing some more tomorrow, and we'll roll them out a little bit at a time. We will drip feed the network the information as you need it. Another thing some people were asking was, what about the prizes that were given for those people that qualified to win the BMW? We ran a promotion running right up to the event. It's now over, the promotion's over, and some lucky winner very, very soon is going to be the recipient of another BMW. We also are giving away some travel vouchers to the value of $3,000 each. So we're going to have 5 lucky winners there. We're giving away 3 Rolex watches. Yes, those people that rolled up their sleeve, qualified for this. We're going to have a lottery for this coming up very, very soon. Now, let me tell you, why did it not happen at Macau? You've probably heard. Macau is the capital gaming center of Asia. It's the Las Vegas of the East. And we do not have a lotteries license or a gambling license to actually produce a lottery. So we didn't know that at the time, so we took the best advice. We said, okay, we'll run the promotion, and then immediately after the event, we can do it in a country where we are allowed to do this. So very, very soon you'll get details. It's going to be a live video stream where you and I can watch the results live. Maybe you are the winner of a BMW, or maybe you are a winner of a Rolex or a Holiday. But we had 10 other prizes. Can anybody think what the other 10 prizes were? If you don't know the answer to that question, you don't know FutureNet. Or you're not taking FutureNet serious enough. I'm going to say it again. We give away holidays, we give away a car, we give a Rolex, but we give away 10 more prizes for this promotion. Can you tell me what it is? If you don't know what it is, you're not paying attention to FutureNet, because these prizes could be even better than the BMW. Ladies and gentlemen, we're giving away 10 people get a Bitcoin each. Now, when we ran this promotion out, that Bitcoin was worth about $4,000 or $5,000. Today, it's $10,000 plus. By the time they get it, it might be $12,000. Ladies and gentlemen, what if a Bitcoin hits $40,000 or $100,000? That was the prize. Was that not enough to get you to take action, for you to qualify for that? Because these are the rewards that this company do. We are changing lives. In fact, we don't change lives. Do you know who changes lives? You change your life. You change your life by the decision you make and by the action you take. Your success is based on one decision. Are you doing it or are you not? Yeah? Have you people on the webinar? Have you your team on the webinar? Were you on the last webinar? Will you be on the next webinar? Were you at the conference? Yeah? Everything is small, repeated actions, little tiny actions. And I want to tell you this. Our top earners are on this call. Our top earners were in Macau. The people that are making money are taking these small, simple decisions. Guys, success leaves clues. Look what the successful people are doing and copy them. That's it. Look what successful people do and copy them. In fact, you can copy them better, you can do it faster, you can do it better, and you can beat anybody. I think this, ladies and gentlemen, I think FutureNet's biggest earner has never heard the word FutureNet before. I think the top earners in our company haven't even found out about us yet. And that person could be in your team. Roll your sleeves up, get busy, take action, guys, because we have a new year starting very, very soon. Now is the time, as we come to the end of the year, to start preparing our goals, establishing our New Year's activity, but don't start New Year, start today. Not tomorrow, today. Today, write a list. Today, get on the phone. Today, get the recording. Start learning the presentation. You need to, listen, you need to be in FutureNet. You need to get into FutureNet for FutureNet to get out of you. You know, you've got to absorb yourself in FutureNet to become part of it. And then it becomes effortless. If you do a little bit this week and nothing for an hour next week and another hour the next week, guys, that's fine. Some people are up for that. If you want to change your life, absorb yourself in the material, absorb yourself in the network, and then it becomes effortless. Effortless every day. It's not like work. You don't have to think about it. It flows from you naturally. And that's what it wants. Effortless living, effortless, unlimited life. That is our logo. Now, I want to tell you again, we have a small window of opportunity to change your life again, and that's with 50 Futuro. Every Royal that joins between now and the 7th of January still has that opportunity for 50 Futuro. I want you to think about this. Imagine that in the next 3 to 5 years, we get a Futuro to the same value, no, to 10% of the value of a Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin started with just a few miners, a few online technology people, just a handful, and it took them from 2009 until now to get a Bitcoin from 10 cents right up to wherever it is today, over $10,000. Imagine a community of 2 million people, what we could do with Futuro. Imagine with a marketing arm. Imagine with the education we give you. Imagine how we make this easy. Do you know the guys that started in Bitcoin? They had to be intelligent. They needed to understand software. They needed to understand code. They needed to answer algorithms. They needed computer stuff. Guys, we make it for average people easy. You need to know nothing. Buy a package, the coins come. But imagine as a community, if we can drive the price of this coin to 1/10 of the price of a Bitcoin today, do you know how much a Futuro will be worth then? Hypothetically now, I don't have a crystal ball, but hypothetically, if we drive this to the 10% of the price of a Bitcoin today, a Futuro would be $1,000. And if you got 50 Futuro for becoming Royal, guys, that's a $50,000 gift. Guys, you're not mining these coins. These coins are reserved for you. These are a gift from the company for being an early pioneer, for helping us create this community. This is a reward from the company. Now, Most of you, I'm sure, are royal. If you're not, go see a doctor, right? But if you are a royal, think about who else can you help? Who do you know? Would your parents like this gift of 50 Futuro? Would your best friend? Would people work? You need to start introducing royals between now and the 7th, because you're going to get another 5 coins for every introduction you do. And if you roll that out through your team, the final bonus will be for every member in your team that's royal. Let's say you had 10 royals in your team, that's another 10 coins. Let's say you had 100 royals in your team, that's another 100 coins. So you have the chance now to roll up your sleeves, to build this business, to get the best job done for you and your family. I can't stress this enough, guys. This is probably the most important slide, okay? So go do that. Go enjoy yourselves with FutureNet. Absorb yourself between now and the new year. And I wish you all a very, very successful future with us here at Futuro. Now, what I'd like to do is just say good night from myself, but also say good night from our CEO and owner, our visionary founder, Mr. Stefan Morgensen. Maybe you could wrap up the call for us, Stefan.
Yes. Thank you very much, you, Paul. We are so happy to have you on board, because your power, this is exactly what people need. Because the most people are doing the business at home in the front of the computer or wherever you are. Yeah? And I know in the old style network, we get this power of the team every week at the weekly meetings, every month at the monthly meeting. And all the time we are traveling to go to meetings, because 27 years ago, 20 years ago, that was the only way to do the business. Now the way is you sitting at home, somebody sit in the kitchen, somebody sit in the office, somebody sit maybe in the car, wherever you join this webinar. But this power from Mr. Ward, and I hope you feel my passion and my power too, and this is from Roman. When you were in Macau, then anyway, you know what we mean. But this is really the power. You, Paul, bring now one example. When we have 10% of the Bitcoin, then the 50 Futuro coin will be $50,000. Imagine when we have 1% of the Bitcoin, just one. Do you have a calculator? Today the Bitcoin is 11,000. Let's make it round. We make 10,000, and 1% is $100. And when you have 50 coins, it is a very, very, very simple calculation. Yeah, you, Paul, is right. Upgrade as a royal by yourself when you are not, and then really think about who else can you help. When we speak in MLM, when we speak in multi-level marketing, in network marketing, we always speak about helping other people. And even when they don't want to sponsor somebody, they should be a royal before the 7th of January. Ladies and gentlemen, it's always a pleasure to speak with you. Today we had a short training. We will upload all the webinars tomorrow on the platform. And next week I invite you to the next training where we go deeper in the details of the marketing plan. And of course, we are by ourselves can't wait to start with the Futuro network, because we are so excited about everything. But you will. We will inform you when the time is right. One set from my side to the Bitrex call. We had yesterday the call, and for sure we will be on the Bitrex platform too. They're only checking the white paper, the code, and we know that everything is fantastic. So they will accept us. They want to work together with us, and not only in the cryptocurrency industry. We have spoken yesterday about other projects which we want to handle together. So imagine one of the biggest and most successful cryptocurrency exchanger speaks together with FutureNet. This is the Champions League where we are playing now, and can you imagine where we go in the next year? Guys,
just in case you don't understand, let's say these exchanges are already operating Ethereum, Litecoin, Bitcoin, and all of a sudden, Futuro pops up on their website. They have a community outside our network that says, hey, what's this? And all of a sudden pressure comes on, more demand for the coin comes on the system. What do you think that does to our price? Guys, I want you to think of a bow and arrow. We held the bow and arrow for 1 year like this, yeah? We've been developing it. Then we were talking about Macau. You thought it was coming to Macau? Yeah? We now have 4 weeks to bring the power. And then, poof, this is what's going to happen. You have a chance to pull back your bow and arrow and put a rocket through your finances with FutureNet. This is the big one. Don't miss it.
That was the best word for close the conference. Guys, see all of you. Thank you, Mr. Paul, and all the best for you guys. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.